All right, just want to remind everybody
I did.
that all Township Council meetings will be audio and videotaped. They'll be shown on the Township Oceans Community Cable Channel, Channel 22, and Verizon Fios on Channel 77 on cable. Can I have a roll call, please?
Sure. Mayor Napolitani?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Fisher?
Here.
Councilmember Sarchera?
Here.
Kaplan?
Here.
And Tellerico?
Here.
The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. A copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press, and the codes were posted in Town Hall and filed with the municipal clerk on December 18th, 2025. We're going to start off with Greg Blash, our township engineer. Just want to welcome everybody back to the meeting.
Happy New Year. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Okay, first item, 2023 road program, waiting for our final payment from the DOT. 24 program, we had our pre-construction meeting. He's going to start construction March 15th, around there, depending on the weather, somewhere mid-March. 25 program, we're in the middle of surveying the road. We'll probably have that out for bid probably midsummer, early summer to midsummer. Next one is Kepwell Park. That project is complete. The house is down. The area has been final graded and seeded. We punch list item because we're gonna have to seed it again in the spring when the grass will grow. Right now it's kind of winter seeded, just so that it maintains it. The one thing we do have a problem with there, we have the, right now the contractor has left in place at my request, an orange construction fence along the water where the bulkhead is. We're gonna have to put some kind of fence along there for liability reasons. We just can't have straight grade right into the water there because it's a little bit of a drop off. So we will have to probably somewhere put a fence along there in the near future.
Was that figured into the original plan?
No, we never, because we were just taking everything out and not really considered, because we didn't really know what was going back. I didn't want to put a fence across there, but I think we should for security until we figure out what we're doing. Okay, next thing, Fireman's Pond. We've worked out, as you know, we stopped because we needed a dewatering site. Found a dewatering site. We're going to get sent out for quotes. Those should be back by the end of January. Those will be on for pretty much your knowledge at the February meeting. And we'll get that approved. And I got talking to the county about them restarting up in February. Just got to get them on schedule and get them tied in, and we should be going back again dredging that pond sometime mid-February.
So when you say dewatering site and quotes, what's the quote for? The site?
Digging the hole.
Oh,
I found a piece of property we can use. I gotta go out there and dig a hole.
got it, okay.
And, burn them up around the hole, and we're gonna pour all that stuff in there, let it dry out. Pure sand, when it dries out, we'll dig it out and then move it back over to the compost facility, which is where it was going in the first place.
So the cost is the company to do that, digging, moving, and bringing it back?
Just the digging, because the county's gonna bring the dirt over there for us, and then DPW will have to move the dirt
I got it,
from
okay.
that site over to the least compost site.
And the site is ours?
Yes.
It's where we're doing the
It's on
affordable,
Valley Road. It's where we're,
the affordable project.
it's where the affordable project's gonna go. We're gonna do 2 phases. We're putting this up on the upper hill of that, which is where the second phase will ultimately be. But it's that very long piece of property we have on Valley Road, just south of the water tower.
The property's on a slope, and the only way that you can utilize it is if you level it, and that's what we figured out, about 2 years ago we were going over that?
That's the second phase, is we're gonna be putting out quotes to level that site off. Because of the timing of it, the COA project, I think, is coming into the planning boards by summertime. So he'll be ready to build probably by next summer. So we're gonna get quotes to level that site off for that project, so he's ready to build when he gets his approvals. That'll be another thing when we get probably sometime in March, we'll get those back probably. Those will be a bid though, that won't be a quote.
So just, are we passing that cost on to him for the prep of the land so that he can build there?
Well, it should probably be a no cost, because they're gonna get the dirt out of the deal. So that's what we gotta figure out, is, because the dirt is more valuable than the work. So we shouldn't have a problem with with that project. We should be probably make some money on that. I don't know how that works out. I got to figure that out with Kevin. But
So, sorry, we're gonna do the work before we know if we can get it out of him? Like,
Yes.
I'm making a number up, if
Yeah.
it's 50,000, are we,
well, what we tried to do initially, why it's taken a while, is we initially went to the guy that's building the COA project.
right?
And we asked him, hey, can you do this as part of your project? Because we feel the value in there where he would be able to do your site work, level your grade off, and do a lot of the site work for you at relatively no cost to anybody.
Right.
And he wasn't comfortable with that. It wasn't his normal way he does business. So we're gonna have to figure out a new way, and that's what we did. We're gonna have to put out the bid, level the site off. We just gotta figure out how we get the value out of that. That's what's taken a while, where we haven't put that out yet.
How long does it take to dewater?
The dewatering, well, that's, it
I just
shouldn't-
wanted to use the word dewater.
That's like desnagging.
Desnagging, yeah.
It really, the problem is the first like 8 inches of the pond is that's gonna be the first thing we bring over there. That's probably gonna take a month or two.
Wow.
But the bottom is fairly dry, that won't take much, but we're gonna pile that all in the same thing, so it'll probably take 2 or 3 months to.
The bottom
totally-
is dry?
Oh, it's sand.
Oh.
So when you pile it up, the
Right,
water
right,
comes
right.
out
Oh, okay,
almost
fine.
instantly. The other stuff is all decaying organics and it holds the water. But once we get to the bottom stuff, that'll de-water much faster.
Okay.
But it'll all be over there in the same hole, and probably by midsummer, we'll
Wow.
be able to take that out, which is kind of perfect for lollipop.
Right,
pond,
good
which is
timing.
Coming
Okay.
in next.
Oh,
So.
We're
'cause
using
gonna
the
use
same hole for the
We'll use
same-
the same
okay.
property for that dewatering.
How bad does that stuff stink?
It didn't have any smell at all when we were
Yeah?
taking it out, yeah. It's not too bad,
The organic doesn't
no.
have a pungent odor?
Now, it was sitting there for several weeks down, but
Yeah.
it was still wet, it wasn't totally dry, so
Yeah.
most of the odor was, and it really won't, because we're gonna actually take it out wet now,
Gotcha.
so. Okay. So Lollipop is next, we've got the revised plans in the DEP waiting for approvals. We should be getting those sometime, hopefully probably by February, March, which is when we got them last year, and we'll kind of tie right into our fall dredging of that project. Terrace Pond is the next one. We've got the little bit of conversation we have to have on that one, probably the limits of what the pond dredging is gonna be, because it seems to be changing. So we'll have to talk about that maybe in a month or two. Snell's Pond, I think I reported, I talked to Blue Acres. Blue Acres will not let us excavate the pond there. So we're probably, the only way we're most likely gonna be able to dredge Snell's Pond is do it through an assessment district, because it's private property. So that's something, I guess, you guys will have to decide, and then we'll have to, if that's the way if we wanna be involved through an assessment district, then we'll have to go out to the neighborhood and advise them that's the only way we can dredge this pond is through an assessment district, because it's all private property, other than the 2 lots we own. I think there was 25 total that abut that.
Do we have a budgetary number on it?
No, really, the problem is we didn't do a budget thing because we thought we would have the county involved, and the county said they're not gonna do it because it's private property, so it's gonna probably be in the neighborhood. Depending, if we don't have a disposal site, it could be in the $1 million range.
wow.
If we have a disposal site for the material, then it will be in the couple $100,000 range.
They don't have an HOA over there, do they?
No.
No.
And what would when we normally do an assessment like that, an assessment district, what do we do, 10 years?
Well, we've always done them with the sidewalks, it was 5.
5?
So, I mean, depending on, I guess it will really depend. If we have a disposal site, I think 5 years would be fine if you took.
Right.
But if it's the big number, then you might wanna do a 10. But I think it might be a hard sell on some of the people to even wanna be involved in it at all.
Yeah, what happens if they don't? I feel like it's no one.
Well, I'll be honest with you, the 24, 25 people that live around the lake, we only have 1 that's complaining.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I
So
feel
when you're gonna go
like
and put this big number in front of the other 23
they're
of
gonna
them,
say,
they're
"I
gonna
don't want
say,
that."
I have no problem with the pond, why are we doing this?
yeah, it's pretty. They'll tell us.
If it's pretty or not, but they
Right.
aren't gonna wanna spend that kind of money.
It's
Yeah.
about $333 a month for 10 years,
Yeah,
per person.
yeah. It's a big number.
I got a question for you too. I know the weather's changed, but I know someone asked me, can my kids go ice skating over there? And I think they were gonna cut through township property, get onto that lake.
I would say no, because
Of
it's still
course.
privately owned.
But I feel like that's a big problem waiting to happen. of
Yeah, it's a
course.
liability waiting to
I
happen.
think we
for
have no
sure.
trespassing signs up on the property.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there shouldn't, that should instantly be a police issue and take them out of there, but it's all private property.
Yeah, he thought it was a free ice skating rink. I'm like, not so fast.
No, it's not
You
at
know?
all. Yeah.
So,
Be careful. Don't
Yeah.
The ice is that strong.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah.
yeah.
The only difference, not that deep, so you wouldn't probably see.
Still,
The only saving grace of not dredging it.
yeah.
Uh,
Hazard.
1515 Logan, That, I guess it depends whether, how we're gonna sell that, it's ready for sale. We're gonna put it out for quotes, bids, or we're gonna do it through auctioneer. Kevin and I have been talking about it, we kinda have a little bit of a game plan of either way you wanna go. That we go through an auction or we go through advertise it for bids. It's whatever the council wants to do.
Let's do bids.
Bids? Okay.
That's not that's me.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
can
four
you,
more.
what are you guys thinking? Like, what's the advantages of one versus the other?
I truly don't have an opinion, I really don't know the difference
I'm in
between.
favor of bids.
An auction is what what sounds like. Everybody comes into a room, you know, somebody with an auctioneer gavels and gets a price.
I was against the auction at first until I talked with Bill Garofalo about it. And then when Billy educated me a little bit on it, he was a firm believer in the auction process.
What was the benefit?
You get a bigger scope of people that they do a much bigger advertising scope, and you'll get a broader range of people that'll bid on it. So
It's worth the cost of the auction.
I would call Billy if I were you, and he can tell you verbatim exactly what he told
Is there
me.
Commission fee with that, or? how's that?
Actually, that was the reason why I didn't want that.
That's my
But
reason.
the buyer pays it,
Oh, really?
not the seller.
Oh, that's different then.
Yeah.
No cost.
I don't have to
That-
call Bill for that.
That's why I said, for me, it was a no-brainer because I didn't like it either. I'm like, why would we want to pay 10 points or whatever they pay for commercial, 10, 6, 10, whatever it is, 5, even if it's a point, you don't want to pay it.
You think
but-
that might-
But would their
think they
bid be lower?
That's what I'm saying. Would it
No,
discourage
I
local
asked that
bidders, or-
question too, and what Bill said was they don't have a problem paying the money because they want the property, and you get, again, a broader group of people that will actually bid on it, that will actually spend the money and purchase the property.
What about the local bidders? You think they would?
They can do it too, but if they don't,
Yeah.
if they don't make the bid, then we just take the highest number.
So is that auction binding? Like, is it like if, nobody really bids,
So
then
if
all of
we
a sudden?
set a,
You set a
You set a
Like,
reserve or
like
something?
a
yeah, we
minimum.
can set a reserve,
Yeah.
whatever. we-
Reserve or minimum? You mean minimum?
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah.
A minimum.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Whatever we think that,
Yeah.
remember, they're unimproved, it's an
We're gonna put them
unimproved
together so it's ready.
parcel.
Yeah.
So whoever purchases the parcel has to put in a significant amount of money into the improvements, sewer systems, electrical, everything that's gotta go in. So a normal lot that would go for, let's call it 500,000, this one, might be 100,000 or, less. I don't know what the numbers are on an unimproved lot right now. I don't have a clue. I'm not a realtor.
Can we put restrictions on what the property will be used for?
Yeah.
Already
Yeah,
there.
that's
Okay.
already- yeah,
Put
it's
any
all done.
conditions you want on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
and
can't
that-
be
and that's fine.
reconsolidated.
Yeah.
That's the
all
whole
sorts of
point.
those things.
That was already in the zone? That was
Yeah.
already approved?
Well, no, but the thing is, somebody could buy and reconsolidate, but that's gonna be the conditions that are in the
Yeah.
bid package. You can't reconsolidate. You have to build 6 single-family homes. It has to be the way it's approved.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of other things, but they're all gonna be in that list.
They make that a condition of sale, and that goes into a deed restriction that we transfer, so they cannot change that.
Okay.
Are any of those homes affordable housing?
No, they didn't have to be because of only the 6 and they conform to the zoning.
Okay.
I guess if you look at affordable in town, they'll probably be the more affordable ones in town because they're smaller lots, but, they're still gonna probably.
I don't know. See, Greg, those are aren't they 10,000 or more?
10 to 14,000.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think that's gonna be. I don't
That's
think
Square
we're-
feet?
That's Oakhurst, I'll take, that's what I'm on, 10
Yeah,
by 10.
it's gonna be interesting. I heard today that they were, the Rofay subdivision, they're selling the lots.
To who?
The Park Avenue
Park
subdivision.
Avenue.
They're selling
Oh.
just the lots.
What are they going, $1 million?
$5 million.
How big are they?
I don't know how big they are. They're selling, the houses on top of that. That's not even including house. That's just the land. They're offering, they're getting offered.
That's good number. It's good rating.
What road?
Hey, I'm all for
That's
it.
on
Cha-ching.
Marchwood and
That's what
Orion
Hey,
and Park Avenue.
wow.
Oh,
How
okay.
big are these lots? They gotta be big.
Wow.
They're, I think, acre,
Oh,
Yeah,
Even
they're
an
big.
acre though, $5 million an
just for
acre.
the piece of property.
Wow.
And they still
How
gotta
many,
build a house
how
on
many
it.
lots is it?
I think it was like 20,
Yeah, it's a lot.
25. Yeah, there was quite a few of them in
Is
there.
that the horse farm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the ratables,
Nice.
he's thinking they are making a killing.
$5 million? You said there's 25 lots?
I didn't say, Greg said.
Because
Yeah.
I think there's 20 or 25 lots.
Well, how many acres was that whole thing? It's not that big.
It was like a flag-shaped
25
property.
acres of it.
I didn't think we had it.
I forget, I think it was over, I don't
So
know.
then the next one that'll be on the corner of Logan and Wickapeco when they ultimately sell that 16 acres over there, where the
So you
Sephardic
also
Center
have the
used to
piece
be.
next to the Rofay piece that
Yep.
is, also a developable piece
Wow,
of
these are
property.
some big numbers.
Yeah. I don't know if that's just what I heard, I don't know how true it is. It was a rumor, so I
Well, if
wouldn't.
they're getting $9 million for a condo in Asbury, I mean, you never
Yeah.
know. I mean, we're talking land now.
I just think you'd have thought of that 10 years ago.
I
before that.
know,
Yeah.
10, yeah, thanks, man. Just rub it in.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So I withdraw my suggestion. Can we get, so would we need to go out to bid for auctioneers, or at least get bids for that?
Yeah,
You know, get proposals,
Yeah.
RFP, I think we can do.
Yeah. professional service, they have a license.
I mean, based on that,
Like
worth
I said,
looking
I got
at.
it from Bill. That's it.
yeah, I trust Bill. I mean,
Because I was I was totally against it, until I heard that.
Yeah, think
I
you
would say
set
get
a-
them, look at it,
You
and
set a minimum bid, if you don't get it, then you can refigure out what you wanna
Yep.
do. I mean, you set a minimum bid for the price of the property.
Yep.
right.
Right, if you don't get it through the auction because, people are taking the auction price off the price, then you withdraw it and do it the other way.
Agreed.
So it's-
I like that idea.
Or based on the offers, we may not want to do it anyway.
Ah,
Well, that's what I'm saying, if
Yeah.
if the offer comes in too low for whatever reason, you put
No, the auctioneer's proposals.
Oh,
I've never seen one, so I don't know.
If
But
the
I think-
buyer's
well, I say
paying
we
it.
put it
the
out.
buyer's
Yeah,
paying
I
for
think-
it.
Let's see what we get.
Here.
I
Yeah.
think most of them will probably be the same, right?
Yeah.
They're probably
Usually
just, I'm sure the
standard-
market standard,
standard
yeah, I don't know what it is,
commission.
but I'm sure
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
standard. yeah.
They should all be
Well,
pretty
that's
much
the commission,
boilerplate.
but I think that the selling point would be, to John's point,
Mhm.
at the number of people that they're gonna be able to attract for the bid.
Yeah, which
Oh,
are-
yeah.
How are
which
they
I-
reaching
which
out?
I-
What's their
That's the only
marketing?
thing that attracted me to
Yeah.
it, because I said if we can open up the scope.
But that's
then-
their job, that's what they do,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
They'll
but some
this-
do it better than others. That's my
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, remember, the realtors have their own, if a realtor, goes to try to sell it, I mean, they're limited. The auctioneers are a little more broad scope with what they can pull in. I used to get those things from Max Span all the time, because I went to a
Yeah,
couple of those
yeah.
auctions, and I still get mail from them, and it's been probably 20 years
Mhm.
that I haven't dealt with them, but I went to a Max Span thing. I get the mail all the time, so whatever list they got, they must just keep building it, and they keep sending stuff out. So they have the big mail list too.
There are people already knocking on the door for this property.
I think we're gonna have a
Yeah,
problem.
it's gonna sell. The local guys have already,
Yeah.
inquired.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So-
It's an easy one for
Yeah.
local builders, yeah.
And you could set the minimum high.
Yeah,
At least cover costs. Have we calculated what the whole cost of that has been? Ken?
I know Ricky has.
Okay.
it's about, it's up there.
Yeah.
We should be able to recoup,
I had a number in my head.
I think 2.7.
Oh, look at that.
2.8, close.
Okay.
I think you might be right,
Mhm.
but Ricky can tell us.
Yeah, I think
We're
after all
definitely
that,
gonna-
we'll actually make some money.
Yeah, we're gonna
Right.
definitely,
Yeah.
we'll definitely recoup, and then once they come online, we'll get the.
We're gonna recoup all the tax revenue now too. Same goes with Orchard, I mean, that's, you're
That's
talking
true,
a
it's been off
$5
the
million
tax records
rateable,
for
that'll go up
years.
to, 50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, moving on. Next one, Larchwood area lighting. Remember, we were doing the lighting at Larchwood, then we're gonna go to Saxony and Old Farm. We started with Larchwood. We finally got what I call the DR number from JCPenney, which is their design number. It's in their design group. They will be sending us a quote what it costs to do that or fix those lights. Once we get that, then we'll be able to evaluate, one, do you wanna do Larchwood, and then do you wanna move to Old Farm and Saxony? So that did come through in the last couple of weeks. I think it was about a week and a half ago. We also got some other,
Have the police or you, or what would the process be? And I think we discussed that would be the first, I don't want to call it phase, but we can't do the whole town. So how, have we prioritized, or the police, have they prioritized other areas that need it?
no, we just took it because some of the residents that were complaining it's dark and there's one light missing, which they didn't help. So this was gonna be our test model. And we're gonna see what the cost was pretty much per length of road and figure out how we would go about paying for it or assessing it or however you wanna do it. But we have to wait for those costs from JCPenney. And these will be some of the cheaper ones because these are actually just changing the head on the Cobra headlights that are there on the poles. When we get into like Old Farm, the problem we have there's not enough lights. So we have to put new poles and lights in. So that cost is gonna be a lot more expensive than it is just to change the fixture on the light pole.
So I guess so I get all that. So I guess my question is, have we had other complaints in town that we've made a list of priorities where
Just
there
those,
need-
just those 3 roads
That's
so
it?
far.
Okay.
More than, I
People-
mean, if some people say the lights are out, I mean, we respond to that, we get
Right.
JCP and all to fix the lights.
Right, sure.
So those go away. But people that are complaining of bad lighting on the streets were those 3 roads.
Those
It was
and West
Larchwood,
Allenhurst, I
Saxony.
think, we got.
Well, West Allenhurst, they was kind of different, they want to put all the lights underground there, all the poles. They
Oh,
wanna
the
get rid of
poles one. No, that was
electric
one
lights.
guy, but I think lights also. But anyway, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's, like Rob says, there's different,
That request was also in the design phase, we finally got the DR number for West Allenhurst, for them to look at giving us a cost to bury all those lines over there.
That ain't gonna be cheap.
No, that's
Yeah, I
not
don't
gonna be
think it's
cheap.
There's an assessment district for you.
That would be an assessment district, because that's not gonna be cheap.
So the whole section wants it done?
Yeah, well, that's what this one gentleman said, so we'll get a price, and then he
can-
said he kind of represented
yeah,
the community.
he
We
can
didn't check,
talk
but-
to everybody. and-
Yeah, but I think when that number comes out, it's gonna be very similar to
I
Snell's
mean,
Pond.
really
Like-
bad.
I
Yeah.
feel like though,
Can't
we
wait
should
till that
have,
number.
we should have the police drive
Yeah.
around
What was the
town and
number
see
in
where
Bradley
it's
Beach?
dark
Kind of where I
and,
was going with that.
Yeah.
What's a few
Give me a
million?
second, I'll get there.
okay, get there.
So,
And it was downtown.
let's go gradually.
Yeah.
Just one street.
It's like a couple of
Couple
blocks
of-
in Main Street.
You gotta
Yeah.
tear up everything, run the wire.
Well, the transformers are the most expensive
Yeah.
thing, because you need ground transformers instead of aerial transformers.
Yeah.
So once we come up with the cost and we determine whether it works, doesn't work, whatever, what would be the process to determine what other parts of town are needed? Without,
I would say we'd probably go on the website and just put it out to the public, say, hey, if you think your area has poor lighting, let us know and we'll look at it.
so you don't think you're gonna get 27,000 responses?
Yeah, we would, but I think then what we do is we
Who
tell
wants
them.
their street paved?
I mean, other than that, because I think, one of the problems we have is Larchwood wanted more lighting.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't like the lighting that's there, it's too dim.
Yeah.
So that's a more intense, not a lot more, but it's more intense lighting we're putting there, because it is kind of dark there because of the spacing of the lights. So I think if you gotta get into a mixture of, do you just want a different kind of lighting instead of the yellowish lighting with the mercury vapor versus the LED, which is a more cleaner white light? That's kind of one of the things you get into, because most people don't like the white light because it's bright.
Right.
The stadium effect is much different than looking at a mercury vapor light.
Greg, weren't they supposed to be doing 10% a year anyway? I mean, that was-
Yeah, they were just changing, they were supposed to change the LEDs of certain things. I don't know if they're still doing, if they're even doing that. I know they changed one down here across from the 10th hole that they put in. And
A light or the whole
They
thing?
did one light and 2 lights, and he's complaining pretty seriously about it.
They what?
It was just one of the Cobra heads was changed to an LED fixture. And the guy that lives right across the street from that is complaining about
It's
it
too bright.
shines in
Yeah,
his
it's like a
house.
beacon, it comes into your house, so
It's bright.
Right.
seems like a good idea. Next thing you know, you're like, not really
It's like
interested.
the light it, stop sign.
Yeah.
Great idea until you look.
So they
across
don't
the
have them, what are they, only one, like, color? I mean, they don't have
Oh, no, they have different intensities, but they have, it's more wattage.
Right.
And they get brighter, but it's a whiter, cleaner light with the LED lights versus the old mercury vapor.
Yeah, I mean,
lights.
we've got some really, ugly,
Most everything in town is the mercury vapor. We don't
Right.
have very many LEDs.
so we haven't, so then they really haven't
See,
done the 10%
if
because.
if you go down and look across the street, right across from the 10th hole, look at the first light right at the intersection of Wicked.
I've seen it, it's pretty bright.
That's a new LED light. They're bright.
But if they had done that, or they were doing it, it would be a potential bit of a cost savings to the municipality by having
Yes.
LEDs as compared to the regular lights.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But that wouldn't make sense, then JCP&L wouldn't make enough money.
That's right, because they don't make enough now. And
But
the
they
infrastructure's so
actually
great.
encourage the LED switch over also, because it helps them, because when they get into the summer months, the demand is much less off of
Right.
LED circuits than it is.
That's why I don't
to
understand why they're
they're not
not,
doing it.
because we have the grid has problems as it is. I mean, but we went to a meeting I forget if they came here or if we went to a meeting. JCP&L had close to $1 billion upgrade for all different sections of,
Oh, yeah, they've gone through a major
Right.
infrastructure. Yep.
but no light bulbs.
Yeah, most of theirs was their transmission lines across the state, which
Yeah,
was most of that money
right.
was spent on, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that new pole, where am I riding by that pole is sitting?
It's right by the.
Wickapecka?
It's on Logan. The big metal pole.
Yeah, it's Logan?
I think it's Logan, right in front of the school there.
Oh, there's one on Wickapecka, because I haven't been on.
Wickapecca,
One
Corley's.
Wickapecka sewers that comes through,
Man,
yeah.
that's,
Everywhere there's a turn, they had to put one of those, so there's two of them internal to town. I forget which streets the main line comes down through, not Raymere, it might be Raymere.
It goes down
I thought-
Darlene,
Darlene.
yeah.
So at the west end of Darlene, there's one there.
Then it turns down Corley's.
Yeah.
Corley, yeah.
That guy's got it right on his lawn.
Oh,
Yeah,
Does he get
this
an
is-
easement out of that deal?
oh, right, we were talking about.
Does he get a
I can't
little-
believe nobody complained
Does he get a little
about it.
rent from that?
I'm
It's a
not-
monster.
Probably not. no.
No, there's probably easement though.
Yeah.
It's a monster pole.
All right, I digress.
Okay, next one, the Cindy Lane thing, we're waiting for the DEP LOI. We're gonna probably request the firm that did the LOI there to do fill an isolated wetland portion. There's an isolated wetlands, will give us a lot more land to use on that property, depending on what we use it in the future, but it'd be a valuable piece, because instead of losing about an acre, 3/4 of an acre of land, we can recoup that by filing for an additional permit there. Next thing is the stream cleanings. I'm walking the stream corridors tomorrow with Steve Higgins to see which streams DPW can do with their new machine. And then the ones they can't, then I'll go and get the quotes. This is gonna be mostly focused on the whale pond. We're gonna start east to west on the whale pond. So that's the next big stream we go through, and then when we're done with that, we'll start cleaning up the little finger ones. And after our 5-year period goes through, we'll go back to the poplar. But we did get the Poplar Brook done in 2 years, so that was pretty good considering we thought it'd take 5. So we made out pretty good on that one. I think I'm gonna run a little bit of trouble on Whale Pond because there's a couple of guys that put some rock berms out there that I'm gonna take out, and we're probably gonna get in an argument with them, but that's the way life's gonna go. Because if it causes flooding, it backs up water on that stream corridor. But I'll tell you about it first before I do it.
Okay.
Because you'll get the phone call.
Get ready for the phones.
Yeah. Then the last thing is the light pole at Poplar and Deal. The developer has ordered the parts, so that is in the works to get that left
That
turn
was
signal
Rob's question.
turned in. Yeah,
That's great.
He told me.
that's all.
It wasn't
Okay.
yours, I did that one.
It's still better than it was. It's so much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
Yes.
it really
Well,
is.
although I did get somebody caught me at the gym this morning, asking about, it was more paving Poplar, but got into the conversation about the backups, the traffic. I know the chief was talking about, or we were talking about, you were talking about, changing the light or the signage on corner of Deal and making the right onto Poplar. You
Putting
were
a
gonna-
stop sign there.
Stop sign,
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
okay,
I'm planning on working that through and doing that.
okay.
As the school gets closer, we know probably this spring, we're gonna have to put the signboard out there in the spring and say, new traffic pattern type thing, and there's a stop sign there now. And just kind of probably have the police there to give warnings.
Right.
But I think once school is built
Yeah.
there, that's gonna be a major league problem.
And put the school signs maybe, right? Like
Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna be tough on that turn there, because I don't know over signage.
maybe outside the school so
Yeah.
people know, and
Yeah, school zone ahead, we can put it
Yeah.
down Deal Road, school
yeah,
zone ahead.
or on Poplar coming from West Park. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there's a
Mhm.
few areas that people
Yeah.
don't expect
That's,
it.
yeah, well, that's probably a very good idea, I'll do that on Poplar.
They don't have a cop out there in the morning, do they?
Thank you.
Or the
So
afternoon?
it's very expensive. It's $500 for a session extra for the school to
A
pay.
day?
$500 for the morning. If they want it for the afternoon, it's $1,000 for the day.
How many
Um,
hours are they out there?
It's a 4-hour minimum. They have to, according to,
4.
yeah.
That's probably in their
According to our
agreement.
police.
Good
force.
contract.
That's
So-
in their agreement.
Who's there negotiating?
And mess that
So
up.
they have, right, they have,
Another mess up.
Wow.
so they have, so on high traffic days, like
Yeah, I
a
know.
Friday
They get state police
afternoon,
rate.
or like a holiday,
Great
they'll
contract.
get the cop, but it's cost prohibitive to get it every day, so.
So the Board of Ed
Just,
pays that?
just to let you know,
Oh,
It's a
where?
private school.
It's private.
Oh, at West
What
Park?
is the Board of,
Yeah,
is
West
is that just part of the police department's regular duty?
That's their,
Yeah.
part of their agreement, so that's what they charge.
Got it.
No, what he's asking is, I think, in front of the high school on West Park, is the Board of Ed paying for that? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah.
asking?
Oh.
I would, and I don't know, is there a differentiator, no disrespect?
I looked it up.
Private and public?
Yeah, so public, I think it's covered by, I
Yeah, I've
don't know.
never seen
Regular-
Board
I
of
don't
Ed.
remember seeing it
But,
either.
Private specialty.
we
Yeah,
can-
it's
it's-
it is covered by the Board of Ed, because we had that issue over in Asbury with crossing guard. We have a lot of crossing guards
Yeah,
over there.
I mean, it's up to a town whether they wanna allow a private school to
Right.
So
benefit from
is it-
crossing guard, but,
Just gonna throw this out there, could there be like security out there that could direct it?
so security would love to be out there.
Are they not allowed?
They're not allowed to be in the
That's
middle of
not
the street.
possible, yeah.
We tried the same thing with the road programs.
What if,
Flaggers
I'll
instead
throw
of
one
police.
more.
Keep
I'll-
going.
I'll throw one more
Sure,
idea out
that's
there.
cost.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
they potentially through, I don't know how you would do it, we could try to figure it out, but could they hire a class 3 police officer, which is basically the hourly, they only work a school year. They are in the school systems currently right now, and they, Ocean has them. We don't have them in Asbury. We had regular police officers, which is real expensive, but I mean, you're better off doing the class 3s. I don't know if that's a possibility, but I would maybe look into that. Maybe there's a possibility that there's a way to do a pass-through, that, the cops can hire, no, well, it would be the school system. It'd have to be maybe a shared service agreement, but that would be,
Yeah.
then you would have that
Yeah, much
person all
cheaper.
day, and then you just, use them out there and then bring them in,
Right,
you know?
right, use him for security.
Absolutely, because you can never have
What's the
enough
hourly
security.
rate for,
Huh?
what's like the typical hourly rate?
It's not what you think, it's like something real low.
Okay,
It is, it's not, it's, I think it's like
Class three,
$25
yeah.
to $30 an
It's
hour.
usually employed by the.
Can't-
Yeah,
That's a
there
great
are police
idea.
officers that have to be retired within the last 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years, and they're hard to find, that's the only
I
problem.
Are
was
they?
just about to say
Yeah,
that.
they're real hard to find.
Everybody
They don't
wants
wanna
to
work.
got
Yeah.
it.
Everybody
Okay.
wants them, and
That's why they retire.
I'm retired, so I'm not
Right.
doing that.
That's it. They wanna
Are
retire.
But it's a
Great-
good
That's a
alternative
great
for you.
idea, though.
Are there crossing guards?
There's no crossing guards because they can't be in the middle of the street.
Only the police
Oh.
can regulate traffic
Okay.
per the police rules.
Yeah, crossing guard just cross people.
Yeah.
Where are the buses supposed to be when they're not? I know they drop off and then pick up, but in the middle, where are they supposed to be?
They have a yard. It's a bus company like any other.
You still
It's a
use
bus
them, what's his name?
Seamontop.
Oh, yeah.
They service, it's the same bus company, like Seamontop services
Mhm.
Neptune and
Asbury.
Asbury, yeah, all different,
All
the
the
same.
schools.
But they're
It's
supposed to
big
stay in
numbers.
the yard because there's lines of buses across in the neighborhood that sit there for hours.
No, the buses, that's not a school thing, though. That's the bus company. There's nothing
Yeah,
to do
because
with
Seaman
school.
Todd will go from them, they'll
Chief
cop
is
over to
aware of it.
Asbury, they'll go over
Okay.
to
And they're making
Ocean,
it-
they'll go all,
Thank
their
you.
contracts are, they might drop off at you, but they're not sitting around waiting to go pick the kids up. There's no way. They have so many different
Yeah.
runs. Believe me, I've had to deal with them where they don't show up half the time because they jam pack so many runs into their day. But if they're out there all day.
They're out there for hours. It's my neighborhood.
Yeah,
Are they
So-
electric township
The
buses?
chief's aware.
No, they're,
I think they're private
Yeah.
hire.
There's a
buses,
bunch
yeah.
of private bus companies that operate in the area. It could be the school, it could be others, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's specific to the bus company. It doesn't have anything
Yeah,
to
if
do
you're
with the
using
school.
Seaman Todd, they're definitely not sitting around. They run them rampant.
Yeah. Okay, but that's a great idea, the class 3 officer.
Yeah.
I'll pass it along.
Give it a shot.
Who should I
Maybe.
tell them to talk to about
They
it?
talk to me and the chief.
Okay.
That's all I had.
That was a good long report.
It was.
2 questions. One, is
We
there any way
traditionally
to
go in
get?
order.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's
Okay,
okay.
okay.
Have
I
at it.
want to do the
Go
correct
ahead, have it.
thing. Is there any way to get a copy of that, just so when you're going through it, I'm
Yeah,
more of a
I-
visual person, so as you're saying it, I'm like writing and taking notes, but it would just be easier if I had the sheet and I could write next to it. That's
Yeah, I
just one
apologize.
request.
I forgot to send it to Dave today, but I will
Okay,
send those
I
to him.
appreciate that so much.
Because I
Thank you.
can't send them to you because of the
No, I
whatever
get it.
rules, but Dave CCs you on them and then solves the problem.
Thank you.
But I will definitely do that for the next meeting.
And I appreciate that. The other question I had was, is there any consideration for looking at Kepwell again, just to see if there's anything else that we can do to beautify this property? I took a tour of it. It's really a beautiful property,
absolutely.
and it's gorgeous. I mean, the lakes and just everything that's there, and the people that excavated and took out the structure did a beautiful job, really.
Yeah.
But there just seems like there could be so much more for the residents. And I know I sent the email or whatever, but I was just wondering if that needed to go on a future agenda item or how that even works.
When you say beautify, you talking about trees, flowers?
Like, there's a trail there, but it's all, there's
Don't forget the
all
trail. Yeah, the
vines
trail's
everywhere.
Ain't going on the trail.
At one point,
Yeah,
the
I
Boy
mean-
Scouts were supposed
Yeah.
to do the trails. I don't know what happened.
I mean,
with that.
you can't
Well, the whole,
get
did
through
we ever
it.
settle the easement issue? Like where that property really is? With the
Across
neighbors?
the street,
Yeah.
or across the
Well,
pond?
Yeah.
Across the pond.
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did, because I haven't heard that since.
Yeah.
I
It
got
was
here.
our property.
We put the flags out there and they didn't
Yeah.
complain about it.
Oh, I remember.
Somebody moved though, right, out of that group?
I don't remember.
I think to
Somebody
answer
sold.
your question, I mean, we had intended to put bathrooms out there to complement the
Just for
playground.
the little park, yeah.
And then I know there's talks about putting a pavilion
Like
out
a
there
gazebo or something.
and some other things, but those are all in the works through grants. And if we get the grant, obviously, that would then kind of push other things that go along with it. But
There's a
yeah.
grant right now.
I think the recreation director is looking into a grant to put a pavilion out there.
I mean, it's just
As long as
We're
it's
gorgeous.
gonna use the,
But there's
uh,
only 5 parking spots.
the
No,
Robinson land.
well, that's what the bathroom was also going to increase the parking spaces on, I guess where the house was, essentially the parking would push into that area a little bit. Just the really kind of gets into, depending on what we put out there, how many parking we would need.
Right.
We talked about a grant too for trails through either Monmouth County or somebody else, so I'm sure Mike's looking into all of that, because that's been discussed, because you could do a whole little loop
Yeah.
around there. Mike's had a couple ideas where he wanted to do like those umbrellas and like those permanent concrete like chairs, so that you can kind of chill and watch the
Yeah.
water. Parks and Rec's gonna try to figure out if they wanna have some kind of stand-up paddle boat
Yeah.
or stand-up paddle
Sounds
board
amazing.
classes. But yeah, ultimately, you just don't want people swimming in that,
No.
unguarded.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because we left these steps down to the water, so any kind of water activities would be perfect for launch kayaks or
Yeah.
paddle
Yeah.
boards. And even if they're just educational courses to teach kids how to do it, would be something I would recommend looking into, because that would be perfect for that.
It
I
would-
haven't heard an update from Mike, but he definitely has some ideas.
I was just
He's
about
been
to say
out
that,
for a
but
while.
He's back on the 12th,
Yeah.
so
Oh, he's
I'll
back?
get him to write up a summary and then I'll share
Oh,
it with
that'd
the
be
council.
awesome. That'd be
Yeah.
terrific. Thank you.
I got nothing.
That's good.
Happy New Year.
Very thorough, very thorough.
Happy New Year.
I have,
So are we
Agreed.
going around again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I have
we
no
got,
more for,
did you, yeah,
for
but you can ask
Greg,
Greg, yeah.
But I can ask other questions?
No, we're just on Greg right
Oh,
now,
okay.
because we
Okay.
wanna, Greg wants to
So,
leave.
we talked last summer about trying to improve the traffic on Deal Road and having that pole moved so we can maybe put another lane, right?
Yeah.
Where are we with that?
Well, the developer just got his approvals in December,
Yeah,
They're like at the December, the special meeting.
okay.
So that is in the works. I'm talking to their attorney, and we're getting the plan. They're gonna prepare the plans for us, and we're just gonna sign off on the application.
Okay,
So I would
great.
venture to say we'll probably get that submitted to DOT probably by February.
Okay.
Hopefully, maybe like early March, in for that permit to get that widened. And once we get the permit to widen, I'll widen it in the road program.
You think we could get it done before the summer? Is that realistic?
So he's got one, you got
We're gonna try.
Okay.
It's
Right.
really just a
We
matter
do.
of
Matter
DOT,
of DOT.
and we got to
Okay.
get certain people to push that, but we're gonna try.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's our
good.
goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Thank
So,
you.
one of the failures of the urban jugging, when it was sold to the planning board, was I thought that, people were gonna use that, if you're coming, I guess westbound on Deal, that you were gonna go through the complex to get out to 35 North. I wondered if there may be some signage or maybe some way to sell that, because,
The signage isn't up yet, that's the problem.
yeah, because I think that was one of the things that was sold to the planning board back in the day, that was gonna somehow alleviate some of that. 'Cause I don't think most people even know that they can get out, because it's confusing, you gotta kind of weave, and then you get out by Chick-fil-A over there. But maybe some signage in the future, something might.
Well,
Yeah, people are going to the corner and just.
Yeah.
They have to
Right.
put the sign, that's one of the things that's on their punch list, they have
Yeah.
to put the signage up. That's one of the last things they're working on with it.
It's not the most convenient, but it's better than sitting at that
And it's
light.
confused, especially summertime, there's a lot of traffic in that center.
Sure,
And to go, kind of know that you go all the way to the stop sign, turn left, that's the least traffic. a lot of people turn by strollers there and they
Yeah.
get in the middle of all that. and
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, pulling out of there is impossible.
Yeah.
It's,
I think it's a sign, like a sign would just
it
go
could,
straight for Route 35.
you know,
Yeah, one of the things also, just to bring up strollers, is,
We don't know.
I kind of already talked it over with Colleen, but I think we're gonna probably go back to the developer and ask them to put some kind of a fence, split rail fence up between that road A we call it, which is the slip road, and the strollers parking lot area, and because there's so many kids
Yeah,
in the
hanging
summertime
out.
that run around there, they don't realize that they're in the road,
yeah.
running across that parking lot, so we just kinda wanna keep them in the parking lot and keep them out of road A.
Right,
good
there's like that
idea.
one table, like in the middle.
Right, that's, they all kind of congregate
Yeah.
away from the window when it spreads out,
Yeah.
and it's pretty crowded in there.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay, we had, Dave, you've got comprehensive artificial intelligence on there, and you have your updates. I know we have closed session also,
No,
so.
the AI is Councilman Chera, but
Okay.
I'll go real quick. In reference to Resolution 26-011, that's the Ocean Glade site.
Yep.
That is the New Jersey DEP Hazardous Discharge Site Remediation Fund. That resolution is authorizing us as a public entity to apply for the HDSRF, which will give us remediation and discharge and other assessment funds to the tune of $2,800,000. And based on that, we would then be able to turn that into a remediation and kind of redevelopment plan of that site.
Okay.
The other item I have is the Route 71, the Route 71 bridge over New Jersey Transit. I think some of you know about it. If you don't, I made copies of where it's located. Kevin, can you just pass that around for me? Here's where the state is going to acquire property from us. Right now, we're going through the property valuation. It's a real tiny piece of property. It's probably not worth much at all. They're gonna obtain an appraisal report or an administrative determination. I think the administrative determination will probably be the way to go get the value. Then they're gonna present an offer of fair market value for the property. And then, the third thing is if any personal negotiations, if we're not happy with the price. So right now, you don't have to do anything, this is just a heads up, and that, once I get the information for part 2 and 3, then I'll come back to the council.
And what's the long-term goal for this?
This is, they're doing that, help me out here, Greg, they're doing a bridge on Route 71, so they needed more easement.
One easement.
Is it the
Okay.
gas station, I think, over
Yeah, there's
there?
a gas station on the Long
Yeah.
Branch side, yeah.
On the Long Branch side, yep.
They have to raise the bridge to get the trains under, the trains have got a little bigger. So that's taking up a bigger
Right,
part
right
of the highway.
before, so south of the gas station, the Gulf Station.
Yes.
Yep, so we were notified, now
Yes.
Greg made a good point, because it's on the Long Branch side.
South or north? It might
It's
be
not the Gulf Station.
No, I think it's
a
north
Sunoco.
of the Sunoco.
Sunoco, yeah.
Mhm.
It's by the Sunoco
By
station.
Dario, Piercotting?
Southwest.
Remember where the VFW was?
It's, yeah, kinda near where the
Where
VFW
the
was.
VFW
Just that
was.
piece of property right there.
Developer bought that, and then they
You
decided
know
to
that
do this.
bridge with Dario?
But it's on the Long Branch
Hairdresser?
side, so
Yeah,
they're probably getting
right
If you're
there.
coming
Yeah,
from.
they're-
Yeah.
That's the one,
So-
okay, so I got
so
the
Greg made a good
location. It's
point.
the bridge, okay.
So we got this probably as a notification because it's on the Long Branch side, they'll probably get the money, not us.
Oh, come on.
It's their property, not ours, but I guess we're 200 feet, so we get notified.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Darn it.
That's
Oh, well.
I'm gonna put never mind.
It's not
in
worth
my-
the paper.
Never mind.
well, stays.
That's all I have, man.
Yeah, okay, comprehensive artificial intelligence review.
So we had, when we were all down at,
The league.
thank you. You know, I was gonna say Atlantic City, but I couldn't think of the league, so I was still. I attended a AI session, and for, full disclosure, I do that during the day. Definitely one of the things I sell. But they did talk about how much AI can improve. It's not just for business. There's so much that can be done within the government. So we drafted a resolution, and we can discuss it in more detail. All it says is, in theory, the council agrees or supports a resolution to have the manager initiate an AI study, if you will, to see what departments could be improved with AI. That's in theory, what it says. So, thoughts, comments?
No, we'll go look at it, and check into it. I mean, it's the way of the future, for sure, so.
Good stuff.
Down
So we'll
on
put this
AI.
on for the next meeting?
Yeah, after everybody takes a, yeah, because we got 2 weeks to look at it and stuff. Everybody has a copy now?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I sent out a copy of the agenda.
Cool.
Mhm.
So
I
I
feel
know
like
we
you're
have
gonna
a
get
couple,
AI whether you want it or not.
we have a
Yeah,
couple closed
agreed, we might
session
as well.
items, so I have a motion to go into closed session
Public comment?
downstairs.
No. As long as I'm here. The Kepwell property, hold the consideration, there's parking potentially on the west side. And there's, if you do a 1-foot drop and a 2-foot drop, the elevations function. And it becomes a semi-flat property. So hold that thought, you may or may not. Parking on the left, and I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Okay, motion to go into closed session?
I have a public comment too.
We're gonna go downstairs and do
The
public
agenda
comment.
says public comment.
I understand that, but we also have closed session that we have to get into, and we'll open up public comment downstairs.
Thank you.
Good night.
Not sure that's legal, but okay.
Kevin is, just, because you're the lawyer, I want to ask you.
This is it's one meeting, upstairs, downstairs, it's one continuous one. You have to have one public comment
Okay.
session at the meeting, so it can be done
I just
downstairs.
want to make sure we're not doing anything illegal.
2-foot drop needs functionality.
Thank you.
2-foot drop, you don't have functionality.
Here, the court.
That's what I meant to know.
Thank you.
That's what I meant by no.
Well,
No, no.
Motion to go in closed session.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Oh, yeah. Jesse, can we have a roll call, please?
Sure. Mayor Napolitani,
Here.
Deputy Mayor Fisher,
Here.
Councilmember Zachara,
Here.
Kaplan, and Talarico.
Here.
Can everyone please stand as we do a pledge allegiance and remain standing as we do a silent prayer? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. You may be seated. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act for this meeting have been satisfied. A copy of the annual notice was sent to the Asbury Park Press, sent to the Coaster, posted in Town Hall, and filed in the office of the municipal clerk on December 18th, 2025. There are 2 fire exits to my right that'll take you to the front of the building, 1 to my rear that'll take you to the back. If you do have a cell phone, please turn it off, and if you do need to make a phone call, please step outside. Before we get into council comments, no, we do it the other way around. We want to do it this way.
This way.
Okay. We are going to do some presentations, and tonight is pretty exciting because we've got Eagle Scouts here. So I'm going to ask the council to come down off the dais, and we are going to honor some great young men. Yes, it is.
Shortcut.
There you go.
I meant to bring water down.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. This is an exciting night because we have 6 Eagle Scouts being honored here tonight. So I'm going to call you up. You can hang out here with the council. We have some proclamations. We want to hear a little bit about what you guys did. So let's start off with Suvi Asnani, Nate Bender, Nick Billows, Matteo Burgess, John Clifton Hanley, and Brian Woods. Hey man, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good. How are you? This is good stuff. All right. Yeah. Why don't you guys come in the middle? Because this isn't about me. It's about you guys. Come on over here. Let's go. Let's get 3 and 3 on each side. Come on. This is great. I'll tell you, what a feat to get where you guys did is absolutely amazing. I think that to get there was phenomenal. I never made it. I can be honest, and I said it. I think I got the first or second class. But becoming an Eagle Scout is just really something that I think is exceptional. I think you guys have, really put your minds to it, and it's just, I'm very impressed with it. And going to your ceremonies last month and this month have been fantastic. Thank you for having me. But let's start off. I want to get the boys up here. Let's start off with Suvit. So, Suvit, explain a little bit about how your final project went.
So I hosted an e-waste recycling drive for Ocean Township as well as neighboring communities. With the help of the council, DPW, Office of Emergency Management, the police department, I was able to host a 4-hour drive at the pool and collect over 8,000 pounds of e-waste from residents. Over 8,000 pounds in just 4 hours. There was almost 300 cars from Ocean as well as neighboring towns that showed up, and it was awesome, and I'm really grateful for all the help I received from the township.
I got a question or two. Hold on. First of all, I'm remiss back there. I see our Assemblywoman, Dr. Margie Donnelly. Come on up here, Doc, because I think you have something too. So Suvit, how successful was this project that you did?
I was not expecting to get nearly as much as I did, so I'll consider it really successful.
That's what I'd like to hear. What's next on the plate? Because this was pretty big. I mean, how are you going to top this one?
So I hosted another e-waste recycling drive this year at the Greenfest, and while it was a smaller scale, I still collected a couple thousand pounds of e-waste from residents, so that was awesome. Hopefully college is in the future, and hopefully hosting more e-waste drives for the township as years come by.
Suvit, I really don't think you're going to have a problem with college. I'm serious. I think there's going to be a lot of people that want to pick you up. So we have proclamations this evening. Come on over here, Doc, 'cause I know you have one with us as well. I'm definitely not going to read all 6 of them. I'll give you a little a piece of mine from the township, and then I will go up to the county, and then we'll stop with the state. So we'll start with the guy at the bottom, and then we'll work our way up. So Suvit, the first proclamation is from the council, and I'm just going to read, whereas Suvit Asnani, a member of the Boy Scout Troop 70 of the Boy Scouts of America, was recognized at a special court of honor for attaining the rank of Eagle Scout on January 10th, 2025, and it goes on to describe about Suvit. So this is from the Township of Ocean, the mayor and council. Here you go, Suvit. This is number 1. So wait, we got more. Hold on. Sending regards from the county, we have our Board of Commissioners, Commissioner Tom Arnone, Director, along with the other commissioners, have a certificate of recognition for your commitment. We got it. I thought we had a dead battery. For your commitment and dedication to scouting that has earned Suvit Asnani the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America, again, Troop 70, Ocean Township. This is from the 5-member commission board in Monmouth County. So there you go. That's number 2. Hold on, Doc. I got another one here. This one's actually, I got to tell you, I'm thinking about swiping one of these because hold on, Suvit. I got to get you. Somebody didn't put them in order for me. There's Nick. There's Brian. No, it wasn't you. There we go, Suvit. So, you also have one from Monmouth County Clerk and newly elected Republican State Chair, Christine Hanlon, who's also an Ocean Township resident. She stopped by my house this morning to also give a recognition, which she has a recognition, and this is what I was going to steal. I was going to take the coin at the top. I thought this was great. No, it's a Monmouth County Clerk coin, but it's still cool, right?
Yeah, very cool.
I like that. It's good stuff. So, our clerk is congratulating you, which is awesome. Okay, so there you go. Look at this. He's got a pile of stuff. He's going to fill up that wall. And now I'm going to hand it over to the doc.
Yeah,
Well, that coin is pretty cool. That kind of takes the cake. I was going to say we have a framed citation, but this is from the New Jersey State Senate and General Assembly, and we are so proud of everything that you've done. I know I came to your ceremony and have just been so inspired by everything you've done. So congratulations. This is for you. It's signed by Senator Vin Gopal, Assemblywoman Luann Peter Paul, and myself, Margie Domlin. So congrats.
Love it. Thank you, Doc. Trying to get myself in order over here. All right, next up, Nate Bender. So Nate, what do we got going on here? What did you do?
Sure. So I did a project in Alair State Park. I marked, I think it was about 20 miles of trails, orange, blue, and white. And I also renovated the bulletin board they have there. And it was like, I liked the project a lot because I used to go there a lot to bike. So it was great. Colors? Orange, blue, and white.
What did they represent?
Oh, those are the different trails at the park. Yeah.
Any other plans to continue this work?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go back there and test out the trails, but I'm just looking at colleges right now, applying for scholarships mostly.
All right, beautiful. Where do you want to go to college?
Probably TCNJ or Drew University.
Awesome. Suvid, I forgot to ask you, what's the plan? Like, what do we want to do when we go to college?
Hopefully mechanical engineering at Princeton. Okay. But yeah, mechanical engineering somewhere. Rutgers, Princeton.
Yeah, he's not going to have too much trouble here, all right? Yeah. All right. Okay. And what's your plan? What do you want to study?
I'm not too sure yet. Probably English, history, something like that.
Don't worry about it. I still didn't figure it out either. Okay, we are going to start again with Nate. Here is a proclamation from the Township of Ocean. We have our Monmouth County clerk, actually our commissioner. She didn't put these in order either for me. Here we go, Nate. I found it. See? It's a little, I'll have to get the director on this one. He handed them to me, and he didn't put them in order. There you go. And then we have our clerk. You too get a coin, which is awesome. There you go. It's from our clerk. Come on over, Doc. There you go.
Yeah. So, Nate, congratulations. We have a citation from the Senate and the General Assembly to present to you. And I just want to say thank you for all the work that you've done in Alair State Park. When I was a resident up in North Jersey and I was living up there, but I wanted to so badly to move down here to the shore. I wanted to come down, and I had a list of apartments I was going to look at, but all the hotels were really expensive to stay in. So I ended up camping out in Alair State Park that weekend while I looked for apartments down here. And it did need some work back then, so I appreciate all the work that you've put into it. But thank you again, and good luck in school. Congratulations.
Good job. Next up, we have Nicholas Billows. What's up, Nick? Good seeing you, man.
Good seeing you too.
All right, so explain it.
So my Eagle project I did with the Conserve Wildlife Foundation of New Jersey and the New Jersey Department of Fish and Wildlife. And I worked with ospreys because I had an internship down in Barnegat Bay, and I felt this was how I could give back to kind of where I was. And so I built an osprey nest. I fixed 2 that had been damaged. One of them fell down and one of them was just damaged. So it turned out to be a great success, and I went back later in the summer because we did the project in the early spring, and they were still up. They were up in all the way through the fall, and I hope they're up now still.
Do the ospreys stay there all year long, or do they go south?
In the winter they go down south. They go really far away, and then they actually had come back by the time we started construction on, or not construction, but fixing the nests. And as we were driving away, we actually saw an osprey perch on the nest, so that was really cool.
That's a real cool sight. I saw one on Deal Lake about 25 years ago. It's wild when they go in. Any idea how many nests we have?
In Barnegat Bay, there's 30, I want to say there's like 32 nests, and back in the 60s, there was only 2 breeding pairs east of the Mississippi.
Wow. All right, Nick. College plans. What are we doing?
I committed to the United States Naval Academy, and I'll be studying naval architecture.
Wow. There you go. And that awesome. I'll tell you. It's like, what did I do with my life? Yo, Nick. That's from us, from the council. You have, again, sure I get everyone here. Nope, of course not. That was Woods. There we go, Nick. I got Nick from the commissioner board, which is awesome. And then, of course, I'm going to get one of these coins. I'm going to call her up. I like that. Nick, that's from our clerk. And now we're going to call over our assemblywoman, the Doc, over here. Let's go, Doc.
Congratulations, Nick. I have a citation for you as well. I was fortunate to attend your ceremony, and I just want to say congratulations. Thank you for everything you've done. I think one of the reasons we all live here is because we love being around the outdoors, whether it's around the ocean, the birds, the lakes. So thank you for helping to preserve the birds and their habitat. I know there was an osprey nest just recently taken down in Allenhurst. So if anyone wants to do a project going forward and find a new place for it, maybe someone can do that and work on that. But congratulations and good luck to you at the Naval Academy. You're welcome.
Impressive again. All right, next up, Matteo Burgess. Where are you? There you are, buddy. How are you doing? Good, how are you? Where's your pop work? Oh, there he is. His dad's an employee here in Ocean Township, and I'll tell you what, one of the greatest. Love you, brother. All right, come on over here. Let's see what we got here. Explain the project real quick.
So I worked with the Veteran of Foreign Wars Association, and they needed a place to collect all of the flags that people needed retired. So I built a flag box, about 3-foot cube flag box with like a lid and a latch on the bottom that opens, and to make it easier for them to have one spot to collect all their flags. And then I did my own flag retirement ceremony to respectfully send off a couple flags.
Wow, good. Where's the box now?
It's right outside the Neptune VFW.
Oh, awesome. So you went over with Neptune's VFW. That's great. How many flags do they usually collect a year? Do you have any idea?
No, but they told me like the week after I installed the box that they'd already emptied it like 3 times, so a lot of flags.
All right, now, I'm not going to tell anybody, but did Dad help out at all?
He helped me with putting together the box, but it was my like design and blueprint and stuff.
I'm sure it was, because he's not a blueprint guy at all. All right. Here we go, Matteo. You got one from us. All righty. You have one from the Commissioner Board. There you go. And, of course, our County Clerk. And the Doc is coming down here.
Your framed citation. I hope you put this on your wall in your room. But, again, from the college room. Where are you going to college?
I'm still waiting for a bunch of colleges to get back to me, but I'm hoping to go to somewhere like MIT or Lehigh if they get back to me.
What do you want to study?
Architectural engineering.
Wow, good.
Great.
Awesome.
It's just perfect. So congratulations. Again, this is from the Senate or General Assembly, and your project is so important. I know the one out here in Ocean Township, we just got to make sure people don't put their ballots in that box. So at the VFW, you probably won't have that same problem. So, but congratulations.
Thank you, Doc. Give him a big round of applause. Awesome. That's great. John Clifton Hanley. What's up, John? How are you?
Good.
All right, you're on.
So my project.
Figured it out by the 5th one. Not bad. He took the mic right from me.
So my project, I worked with one of our local hospitals, Jersey Shore Medical Center, and I held a large-scale drive for clothing and other amenity items like toiletries and whatnot. And I held this drive through our local church that we meet at, the United Methodist Church, as well as my church in Red Bank, which is Tower Hill. And I did a little drive for magazines with our local library down there. So I worked with the hospital's volunteer services department to collect all of these items and have them for patients in need that don't have like family nearby or access to these items. Like they might be let out of the hospital and they might not have a change of clothes. And along with doing this, we reorganized, we moved shelves, and we reorganized their closets so that other people can do similar drives like this in the future, because a lot of people do these drives for the hospital. Like my school's healthcare club. So, yeah.
Good stuff. Any other plans? Are you going to go into the medical industry when you get it? When you get out of college, is that the plan?
Yeah, I'm thinking about pursuing nursing, but I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, I don't know exactly where I'm going as well either, but I'll figure it out.
Any favorites?
I like Seton Hall.
Okay, good one. But you haven't decided yet? No, I'm not. All right, that's okay. Don't worry, the doc's happy over there. All right, come on over here, John. I got one from us. There you go. We got one from the commissioners. There you go. We have one from our county clerk. Let me make sure that one's there. And the doc's coming up. There you go. Another framed one.
The framed one going on your wall. So congratulations. Thank you for your project. I can imagine how important that is for patients coming into the hospital, especially at one of their most vulnerable times in their lives, and to have that support to go out to know that they're being looked after and cared for. And so thanks for going the extra mile to do all that. And I'm so glad you're going into nursing. We definitely need more nurses. Even if you don't know exactly what you want to do in the healthcare field, sometimes just taking a step in the right direction and whole worlds start opening up and you'll find the right place for you. So congratulations.
Good money, too.
Oh, yeah.
Good paying job, trust me. Don't be a teacher like me. Who's the last one? Okay, up next, Brian Woods. Oh.
So my project, like Cliff said, the church we have our meetings at, the United Methodist Church, there was a stone kind of buried in the ground. They didn't know what it was. So I did a little digging, a little history project, and I built like a monument out of flower boxes around it.
Nice. What kind of flowers you put in there?
I don't think we even put flowers. We put, not flowers because they were going to die. We did it in the winter. So we put some plants, perennials.
Oh, perennials that they'll just keep coming up every year. Who takes care of it?
Supposedly me, so I'll keep going back. So we'll keep going back, seeing how they are. Maybe plant some more if they happen to die.
All right, college plans, what do we got?
I currently go to Brookdale for mechanical engineering, but hopefully plan to transfer to Rutgers next year.
Let me tell you something, smart move. We had another kid here before, and I'm like, Brookdale is smart. Both my boys, my one's going there now. The other one went there. It's a big money saver. But the rest of you guys go away far and go expensive. They're all ready to write the checks out. All right, well, so what were you going to study again? I'm sorry.
Mechanical engineering.
Nice. All right, good deal. Where do you want to go for the 4-year?
Rutgers.
Oh, good deal. State school. All right, we'll start off with the council. We have the county commissioner board. You're going to fill this wall up. I'll tell you, these kids are lucky. That's from our clerk and the doc. And of course, I'll tell you, seeing that, this is, you guys are unbelievable.
I know, what a crew. I mean, this entire team up here is just so diverse. All their projects have been amazing. Incredible group of leaders. I just can't be more proud of being from Ocean Township here and everything that you've done. So congrats to the whole group. Congrats, Brian, on your project and your work preserving this stone and making sure it's a special place for people to come visit. And very smart going to Brookdale. I hope my daughter makes that same decision.
I bet you do, Doc. Let's give him a big round of applause. I want to especially thank the parents out here that have supported these boys. Because honestly, guys, without their support, this is not happening. Okay? You guys, as my grandmother would say, keep the nose to the grindstone. Keep getting it done. Finish that college degree because you guys have a phenomenal future ahead of you. There's so much to do. And I'll tell you, each of you brings something really dynamic to the table here. So thank you, boys, for coming out here tonight and letting us honor you. I know we gave it a little bit of levity tonight because we went to a couple of your ceremonies and, there's not as much levity there, but we figured let's have a little fun with it tonight. But let's give them all another big round of applause. All right, parents, we can take some pictures and then we'll take a quick break and we'll get back into business.
Make sure you direct it. All right. The director. All right. Yeah, grab the state one. Everybody get together. Get close. Get close. You like this, Frank?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Get a little tighter.
Yeah.
Get them first, and we'll get everything that you guys want.
This is probably the largest. Yeah, but they produce. I think so.
Somebody get Peter Black.
We're gonna get in there. Let's see. You guys
Don't go anywhere, boys. Get a little tighter. You guys turn this way. You guys turn this way.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There you go. Oh, like the prom.
Can you get us all?
Almost. That means mayor's out.
Scouting in Ocean is very, very.
All right.
Very good.
Have a
good night. Nice meeting you.
Have a great day. We had
Okay.
to overcome.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Congrats.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Wow, that's good stuff. I'm going to start with council comments. We're going to start down at the end with Deputy Mayor Dave Fisher. Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year to everybody. I want to congratulate our new fire chiefs on taking that role. It's always impressive for those guys. Congratulations to the Eagle Scouts who just left. Every time I go to one of these ceremonies, I'm always blown away how impressive these kids are. They're the future leaders of America. And it restores my faith in humanity when I see kids doing great things. So that's all I've got, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. And let's go over here to Councilwoman Kaplan.
I, as usual, echo Deputy Mayor Fisher's comments. We went to beautiful ceremonies at Oakhurst and Wanamassa on New Year's Day. And really congratulations to everyone in the fire departments. They really do a great job for our town, and thank you. Semi-quincentennial, the America 250 anniversary is coming up. We have a bunch of great events, enhancements to our usual events. So if anyone has any ideas or wants to get involved, they can contact me. Anyone up here, Jen Nordstrom, we're really excited for this year to honor our country. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Sarah.
Thank you, Mayor. Echoing all of their comments for the fire chiefs, the Eagle Scouts.
Okay, Councilwoman.
Couple of more. For Chamber of Commerce, first event this year is taking place at Outback Steakhouse. It's our first time there. It'll be Tuesday, January the 20th at 5:30. It is light fare, cash bar, only $15 for new members, which is great. It'll be our first one and many more to come. On the same topic of the Chamber, keep your eyes out for the Chamber of Commerce scholarship application. That should be coming out next week. You can go to the website, gotcc.com.org. The application's online. Fill it out. They will be due the first week in February, and our luncheon is going to be in March. So any questions, feel free to go to the website or reach out to our Executive Director, Regina. Thanks.
Or you can contact the new president down here, Rob Acera. So congratulations, Rob, on that
Congrats, Rob.
new position down here.
Thank you.
Alrighty, next up is president of the IAATO, Councilwoman Talarico.
Thank you. You guys said it all. Thank you very much for inviting me to all of these special events. Congratulations to the new chiefs, Chief Sorrentino and Chief Horn, on New Year's Day. It was very special ceremonies, and also the flag raising. I enjoyed all of it. I just wanted to say that the Shade Tree Environmental Commissions this month has been canceled, so we'll pick back up next month. And thank you. Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Dave Brown.
Mayor, very quickly, just to congratulate all the Eagle Scouts and Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Happy New Year to everyone. There's been questions about the calendar. I believe they're on their way if you haven't already received it. Again, I will echo the sentiments on our Eagle Scouts. That was absolutely fantastic. Loved seeing that. We also, I want to congratulate Ed Horn for doing his second round as chief over in Wanamassa. And I think for the first time, we've got two brothers. One is the chief of the police department, and one is the chief of Oakhurst Fire Department. So the Sorrentino brothers right now, congratulations to you two guys. We also we were the first town in the county to raise the 250 commemorative flag at the museum on January 1st. So we were the first ones there. We had our county commissioner director, and we had our clerk there, and we raised the flag, and I'm sure they're going to be going up all over this county at least. Deal in 35, we are working on the receiving lane on the other side. Just want to give people updates that the council has been working on that along with our manager and our professionals. That will be corrected at some point so that we can alleviate some of the stress on the road there and get to receiving lanes on the other side so the traffic can flow a little bit better. And there's been a lot of discussion and questions about what's going on with the Orchard Plaza site. Currently, there are plans being conducted right now with the new owner of the Orchard Plaza site. He will be submitting plans that are going to what we hope is magnificent for the town. It's a rather large parcel. There's a lot of great ideas coming out there. The township does have a hand in what the design is going to be, along with what's going in there. So we are looking at what's in the best interest of the municipality. We really want to get Highway 35 really sparkling nice. So those are my updates. We are going to get into public questions on resolutions and vouchers. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered routine by the Township Council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. There will be no separate discussion on these items. If discussion is desired on any item, that item will be considered separately. The purpose of the public portion is to solely ask questions to understand resolutions that appear on the agenda and is not an occasion for a public hearing on an ordinance. All questions not related to an item on the agenda should be asked during the public comments portion at the conclusion of the meeting. Are there any questions on the consent agenda?
Sorry, I'm multi-tapping. Oh, no. On the resolution.
Okay. Seeing here none, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll move to approve the consent. Yeah, we are on resolutions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Consent agenda. You can come back up.
I was
Yep.
about to say we are on resolutions.
Alex Hayes, Oakhurst. I'm trying to get out of here for the festival for my Miami Hurricane thing in a few minutes.
Oh.
So, resolution
20
11,
minutes.
2611, Citizen,
Who's
Mission
counting?
Grade property. I had a couple of questions. From my research, there's way too many documents, hundreds of pages about the previous failed development and, the various Oprah and Government Records Council's complaints and all that. There's just too much to read. So maybe somebody can put it in layman's terms.
Okay.
What I'm understanding is you all want to remediate the site eventually and then offer it up to a developer. That's how I'm understanding it. But in looking at the DEP classifying it as like a C2 hazardous waste site, and it says that requires a remediation engineering plan, I'm just wondering, in the long term, what is the feasibility of anything happening? You guys have to pay money on a remediation plan, and then it's 2 years of remediation. I was wondering if you can give us a timeline or a little bit more information.
Okay.
Because it sounds like C2 is a pretty hazardous waste. These more hazardous waste site. I'm sure that Mike is probably not on because it's new speech. So I'll take. That's all I have for this one.
Okay. So the idea obviously is to get the property cleaned up. As you know, that site's dirty right now. It was a failed development that had started and then burnt down mysteriously. The municipality has, we own the property, so the ideal situation would be to get it cleaned up and see where we go from that point. I don't even think we're at that point where we can say we would offer it to any outside entity until we know whether or not that property's clean. That's why there was no consideration at all for an affordable housing site over there, because it isn't a clean site. So we want to make sure that that site is cleaned up and becomes of value to the municipality as opposed to the way it is right now, which is just basically sitting there. Now, there is funding that you can get for some of the cleanup. It's called brownfield funding, which I'm pretty sure we will apply for that, to get the site potentially remediated.
I thought, though, it's not considered a brownfield, so you couldn't get that. But also, I saw the $2,800 you guys applied for.
2008.
2,800.
208. Excuse me.
Oh, you said upstairs 2,800. I was like, that's not a lot.
208,000.
Okay. So that's better.
Sorry, man.
Yep. So that's fine with me. So we are looking.
That sounds better than $2,000.
Yeah, we're looking for any money that we can to get the site remediated.
So how long do we think a remediation would be?
Dave?
Oh, it's a long process. It's
a year,
it's
7 years.
I think part of the agreement is we have to commit to being completed in 3 after we get the funds.
Okay.
So, it's going to take them forever to give us the funds. Once we get the funds, then we got up to 3 years. So we're talking down the road.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing here none, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I have a question. Can I?
Sure.
Thank you. It's more a comment. If there are any resolutions that need planning board studies or planning reports or zoning, can we get those before the meetings? That's all I'm asking for. I know some of them aren't written, but if they're going to be on the agenda, could we at least try to get those written?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
So if, Grace Ann, if Jessie gets them from the planning department, then she can definitely submit them. That wouldn't be a problem.
It's just hard to know.
She has no control over what comes up to her office.
I mean, right now online for zoning, there's only January and February of last year. So is there a way to maybe get within the past, 4 months?
Only uploaded January, February. Dave, I guess we got to look into that.
Spoke to Colleen. They're working on it.
Okay, cool. All right. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes to all except abstain on 8 and 14.
Oh, you know what, Grace Ann, you should abstain from. Now that you said it.
Oh, you should have changed,
Public meeting.
from the minutes
From the
of,
the
Special
closed-
public meeting.
Oh, I'm
The
sorry.
closed
from
session
the 24th.
minutes. Yes, 15, yes.
28 from November 24th.
No, November 13th. You were there on the 24th, November 13th, closed session.
That's not-
Resolution
That's not on here.
26
Not on here.
Oh,
It's
November
November
here, yeah.
November 11th.
Wait,
Yep.
November 24th. I wrote.
Oh, it's-
No,
Not
resolution
there.
15.
Resolution
15.
Resolution 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, gotcha.
Resolution 15.
Okay.
Abstain.
Okay, so we're doing resolution
15, 14, and 8.
and 8.
Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. And Naplatani.
Yes. Individual action vouchers in the amount of $2,778,253.54. Do I have a motion to offer?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Naplatani.
Yes. Ordinances up for adoption. Ordinance number 2530, which is an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 21, the Comprehensive Land Development Ordinance of the Township of Ocean, addressing various fees. Can someone please open public discussion on Ordinance 2530?
I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2530.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tallarico?
Yes.
Naplatani.
Yes. Anyone wishing to be heard on Ordinance 2530, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing here none, do I have a motion to close public comment on Ordinance 2530?
I'd like to make a motion to close public hearing on ordinance 2530.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tellerico? Yes. Neplicani?
Yes. Action on ordinance 2530.
I'd like to move to adopt ordinance 2530 and publish according to law.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tellerico?
Yes.
And Neplicani?
Yes. That ordinance passes. Ordinance 2531, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 16 of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of Ocean 1965 entitled Storage of Kayaks and Canoes. Someone please open public discussion on ordinance
To make a
2531.
motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2531.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tellerico?
Yes.
Neplicani?
Yes. Anyone wishing to be heard on ordinance 2531, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record. Seeing none, do I have a motion to close public hearing on ordinance 2531?
I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance 2531.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tellerico? Yes. Neplicani?
Yes. That, whoops. Yep.
Action.
Action on ordinance 2531.
I'd like to move to adopt ordinance 2531 and publish according to law.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Achara?
Yes.
Fisher?
Yes.
Kaplan?
Yes.
Tellerico? Yes. Neplicani?
Yes. That ordinance also passes. Now we'll open it up for public comment. If you have any comments that are germane to the Township of Ocean, please step up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record.
It's working now. Alex Hayes, Oakhurst. I have 3 topics. First one is a statement. The other 2 are questions. On resolution, I think it was 05, the 18%, this is probably my 3rd year saying this, you all enforce an 18% fee on delinquent taxes and tax liens. These are tough times for folks, and I'm under the assumption that when somebody misses a tax payment, that they're in financial struggle. So you don't have to enforce 18%. You can do whatever you want. You could do 2%, you could do 9%, but the majority of towns in New Jersey do 18% out of habit, and I hope you would at some point consider reducing that because it is not a mandated law or anything. Number 2, the Defense Department items that we're thinking of buying that was difficult to understand, that was in resolution.
Oh, one.
I forgot what I didn't. Oh, 01. And then there was that spreadsheet of here are all the things from B to D. Does that mean we are trying to buy surplus, like Army?
No, it's just,
what
it's
does
like
it mean?
another, like we have different contracts they write with like a co-op, and if something becomes available, we can get it. This is just a.
So it's just authorizing us to be able to enter that if we so choose to at some point.
Right.
Doesn't mean we're.
If there's a good price, no, we're not buying.
Okay. Okay.
$52.
That was hard to understand. Okay. And then my last comment was up in the first meeting, the engineer mentioned Valley Road south of the water tower and says there's already a developer who is, quote, ready to build. I'm sorry, I don't know where a Valley Road is. So if anyone can give me like cross streets or general areas, and then who is the developer and what are they building? It said you all were talking about affordable housing.
Okay.
So what are they building? Who's the developer and where exactly is that?
It's an affordable housing project up on our property. Dave, you want to elaborate on, some of the issues, not issues, but, who the developer is and whatnot?
Well, just run down because the developer is the Affordable Housing Alliance.
Okay.
And what was the other question? And
What are they trying to build? Who's the developer?
Affordable housing.
Yeah, affordable housing. I think it's about 60, 70 units.
And then where is Valley Road? Because I don't know.
It's off of 35, and then you get there. You go.
South Italian American Association.
Yeah.
Behind the Italian American Association?
Behind it, but that's Valley Road.
And then you go.
Oh, so up by Ladison and whatever.
Yes.
Which
Keep
doesn't
going.
normally have residential, where someone's building 60 units down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opposed.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else wishing to be heard?
Hello, Jim Bay, David Street. I left a set of notes with the upstairs drawing of Kepwell. Dave, I was mentioning to you over on the garage area of the old Kepwell, if you drop a 2-foot elevation there on the topographic map, that requires then an egress road is just slightly to the north, about 15 feet to the north, because you can't drive through the garage anymore because it's dropped 2 feet. That allows the spatial relationships of grading to where it has a very semi-flat grade. Food trucks could get in, garbage trucks could get in there if you did the grade drop. And that place could be approximately 5 times the size it is now, with some consideration for grading. And parking is potentially on that drawing for the left side is a place you could put parking there. So if you could consider taking another look at Kepwell, considering the parking as required, considering the spatial relationships for grading. And do you have any questions? Very good.
Thank you, Jim. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Very nice. Have a great evening.
Kick off.